Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending the webinar titled Announcing New Active Power Station presented by 9DOT and hosted by CTIconnect. To give you a little information before we start the webinar, if you have any questions, please type your questions into the Q&A section on your webinar screen there, and we will answer your questions towards the end. And right now, I'd like to start off the webinar with Matt Kale from CTIconnect, who will give you a little overview for those of you who may not be familiar with CTIconnect's family.
Good morning. As you just said, I'm Matt Kale with CTIconnect. I'm a senior account manager over here. CTIconnect has been in the telecom market space since 1995. As many of you are probably already aware, we're a distributor of fixed wireless telecom and network infrastructure equipment. Our target markets are the internet service providers, utilities, government, enterprise, transportation, and industrial. And we service North America and CALA, which is the Caribbean and Latin America. We do in-house engineering, network design, and we have an amazing supply chain services that we offer to our customers. We offer a complete total solution with very great expert touch and very knowledgeable sales staff. And CTIconnect is part of the Convergence Technologies family of companies, and I'll go through that in a second. And we also have Apex 9, which is our in-house brand of hardware and accessories with very competitive pricing. So the Convergence Technologies family, there's CTIconnect, which I work for, and we're hosting this webinar today, and we do the wireless hardware supply and distribution. And you can reach out to me or any of our sales reps for more information about anything you see here or any of the other products we offer. Mitotech, which does IT network and infrastructure cloud services. IPPay, which does payment processing, gateway and billing, and IPPay has a large number of service provider clients already, vast majority of the market. iNet Capital, which is our newest company, which does leasing, financial services, and loans. Everyone that's on here. And sorry about that. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Alessandro Campanella with 9DOT Power Stations and 9DOT, and I'll be presenting on the active power stations today. And this is something that all of us are really excited about.
Thank you, Matt. I'm Alessandro Campanella. I'm the CTO of 9DOT at 9DOT. And I want to thank you very much, all of you, to be here attending this webinar. Today, I think it's a very important day for 9DOT because we are approaching US market with a brand new products, the active power stations. So just let me make a little introduction on what 9DOT did in the past. Sorry, this is the previous slide. Yeah, we first introduced in 2016 our smart power module system products. These are PoE solution with remote control, and we developed this PoE solution in a very new way. Then in 2018, we introduced the GigaSync. This is considered in worldwide one of the best solution for cambium synchronization. It's a PoE injector with remote control, very reliable, and it's 2 years we are selling this product, and we are very happy about it. And today I would like to introduce a new family of products, power stations, and I would like to present to you a rectifier, a battery charger, an isolated DC-DC converter, and a remote controller. These four pieces are what you need to build a power station. So a rectifier with up to 2,400 watts with AC or DC-DC input, 54 volts, the telecom standard. And a battery charger, but a battery charger with variable charging current, up to 10 amps, and up to 50 amps discharge globally, and it supports lead acid and lithium battery, 48 volts. Then an isolated DC-DC converter, of course isolated, with adjustable output voltage, with the protection against short circuit and overcurrent, and multi-port. And a remote controller for monitoring, alarm management, and full automation of your site. So a rectifier, a battery charger, an isolated DC-DC converter, and a remote controller. And these four things in a word is an UPS, but I think you don't need another UPS, so not an UPS, of course. Today, I want to present another kind of products, but have a look at what we have in the market right now. We have the smaller backup power strips. They are with input and output with the same voltage. It's AC, 110, 220 volts. Usually, or quite often, it's offline. So the battery charger is offline. The battery is, of course, very little, but it's constant charging. The technology is constant charging. So it means that the battery is always connected to the battery charger. The switching time is very long because the backup power strips have to switch to the battery when the line is missing. Then there are UPS. I was joking before, but UPS is a good solution, but here we have input and output voltage, the same 110 or 220 volts online. The battery charger here is online. So the battery is always connected to the charge, to the load, to the charge and to the load. And it's quite unpredictable to understand which is the electric range of the UPS, because we can't know exactly which is the efficiency of the battery and the life status of the battery, because it's online, so it's always connected to the load. Of course, there are some smart solutions. We call it smart, but they are a mix of some different technologies, of course, mixed together, but they are quite bulky. It's difficult to maintain because they are very different one each other, and it's a do-it-yourself solution, and you don't like it so much. Then there are some beautiful power stations, very, very good products, but with an outdated technology. They are the old style power station. They are very hard to configure. usually you need a lot of time to understand each menu, to cross all the features and parameters. It's very difficult, and you absolutely have a very poor output control. So what you can do with the output, powering on, powering off, and so on, it's very poor. Only few capabilities. But today, I really want to show you another family of power stations. A rectifier, a battery charger, an isolated DC-DC converter, and a remote controller, but in a single unit. And we call it the Ncore. And we are very proud to present this product today. But first of all, let's talk about physics. Here we have the Ohm's law. As you can see in the picture, there's a poor boy amp that is trying to pass across this pipe, and Volt, this yellow guy, is pushing him through this pipe, but the pipe is made tight by Ohm. That bad guy, Ohm, is trying to make amp's life very difficult. Out of these pictures, of course, what does it mean? That if you want to push a lot of amps in your tubes, in your cables, in your power stations, to power all your devices, you can raise up your voltage, and this will help, of course. So 48 volt is better than 24, but if you have an high resistance in your system, so Ohm is very strong, it's very difficult to let amps go through your system. And most of all the strength of Ohm and volt and amps is converted in high temperature. So not so good, absolutely. In the Ncore, we develop an ideal current flow technology. There's no voltage drop from the input to the output. It's very improved the efficiency. There's very few power loss in the transition from the input and the output. And the control speed, it's maximized. So when you need something, it happens exactly when you need it. What about battery charger? It's better the online solution or the offline solution. Of course, when we speak about temperature, the offline solution is the best because the battery is not connected to the charger always. And this means there are few conversions in the system. But if you prefer to have reaction time, and the best solution is the online. Of course, the online, because the load is directly connected to the battery. So when you need the battery is there. But about reliability, efficiency, and battery life, the offline solution is the best one because there are, as I told you, few conversions. The battery is not powered always, and the efficiency, of course, is better. But if you need to know exactly which is the life of your battery, the electric range of your battery, the autonomy of the system, and you want to make a lot of diagnostic on the system, the online solution is one of the best. But we think there is a better way. The instant online solution. In the instant online solution, the efficiency is maximized. It's super fast switch from line to battery. Reliability is maximized, and you can have a continuous monitoring on the system. So our new system, the Instant On, grants all the feature of both the online and the offline solution. And what about the electric range, which will be the electric range of your system? If you just try to sum all the capacity of your battery, and you try to imagine which can be the electric range, perhaps you make a mistake, a little or great mistake. We introduce the battery life simulation technology. In this way, it is possible to schedule a full discharge and charge battery cycle, during which all the parameters are measured and the electric range is calculated exactly on the battery efficiency, the real battery efficiency, and all parameters are carefully measured. It's of course a question of priority. In this little scenario, our friend go very happy to meet his girlfriend, but when she entered the balloon start falling down. Why? Because the weight is too much. But our friend is very clever and he knows what to leave. Of course, what does it mean? That the system must have some feature to grant priority. Not all the loads connected to your power system are the same. First of all, in the Ncore, we have a dynamic charge. It means that the charge speed is dynamically regulated to ensure that all the system is working correctly. All the system must function with all the connected devices. And we develop a new algorithm with priority loads. So each port of the Ncore has its own priority index. And if necessary, the system will turn off non-necessary devices, non-essential devices. Also, the battery charger has its own priority index. So it means that you can decide when to charge a battery and when to prefer to let some device to stay on during a power outage. There are two algorithms, two methods in the Ncore, a reactive mode and a proactive mode. In reactive mode, the Ncore gives priority to the load and turns off all non-priority loads in order of priority index. In proactive mode, instead, you can decide which are the always-on ports, that those ports will remain active and all the other ones will be switched off with priority to the range, to the electric range of the main system. And what about output voltage? What you need? 12, 29, 48, 54? Why not? We can do all the voltages. So the output voltage can be selected by software, 29, 48, or 24 volts in the adjustable output model, or 12 volt is also available. And you can decide it right away. And of course, this Ncore, it's easy. It must be easy to use. It's simple to use. The graphic user interface, it's absolutely very simple. And all the information are immediately available right there when you want to, where you want them to be. So today I'm presenting the Ncore, a new product family with ideal current flow, instant online, battery life simulation, dynamic charge, priority loads, reactive or proactive mode, variable output voltage, and simple to use. And this is the Ncore. And it's quite heavy, and it's red, of course, and it's beautiful in my opinion. As you can see, the Ncore is composed by 3 input slots, 2,400 watts maximum. The input, each input module is up to 800 watts, can be AC/DC or DC/DC. So the input can be the AC or the DC. The battery charger supports both lead acid and lithium battery, and the charging current is variable. You can decide it depending on the type of battery you connect, the chemical of the battery, of course. And there are 5 output slots, 20 ports maximum, so 4 ports each slot. And each slot and each port is protected against short circuit, and you can manage all the parameters, and you can switch on and off all the ports individually. Every module is hot swappable. You can remove it and add it to the system when you want. Also, the command module, it's hot swappable. All the output modules, AC and DC modules, and battery charger. We have 3 kind of output modules. One is fixed. It takes the power from the AC or DC directly or from the battery. Another one is the adjustable. You can decide which is your favorite voltages, output voltage, and one is fixed at 12 volts. In the rear, we have 4 non-blocking redundant fans, and it's very important because the heat inside the unit can be very high. We have a lot of power there, and the fans must stay on when you need it. And this is the Ncore Lite. Just 1 rack unit for 1,600 watts, 2 input modules, 800 watts each, AC and DC modules available, the same as the Ncore. The charger is the same as the Ncore, same features, lead acid and lithium battery,